Welcome to my workshop. Today we are going to be bringing some magic to the world by crafting a beautiful Hogwarts Acceptance Letter, which is going to be so much fun. So some of the materials that you will need is either going to be white or ivory cardstock, and you're going to be running it through the printer, coffee or tea to age the paper, a hot glue gun, some wax beads, and a wax seal stamp to stamp on your letter. So for me, I used two different papers. One was the acceptance letter, which I printed off first on the cardstock, and then I aged it with a brush. For the actual letter itself, I went onto Pinterest and I looked at different styles that they had of the printable acceptance letter, and they had a whole bunch of free ones that you can browse through and pick your favorite one. That's what I ended up doing, and it turned out great. The other one was the actual envelope, which I aged first and let it dry in the oven, and then I could show you both. To start, you will brew a strong cup of tea or coffee. Once it cools, use a sponge or a brush to dab the liquid all over the cardstock. For extra texture, you can crinkle the paper or gently do that before staining it, or you can burn the edges, whatever makes it look like the owl's been like dragging it along and like giving it a hard grungy look. Okay, I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit. In the meantime, we can work on our stamps and get the hot part of it all set up. So I've got a spoon that I'm gonna be dedicating to my wax, and I've got little wax beads that I'm gonna be using to melt in this little spoon to do our little wax seal. And I'm gonna be using a heat gun to heat it up because I don't like getting like charcoal stuff on the back of my spoon, so heat gun, yeah. So since I don't have a lot of room for air, I'm going to be putting the wax seal on parchment paper before I put it on the letter, so that there's no like actual like spills on it and it looks gunky. I don't want that. I also have a cute little ring with the Hogwarts stamp. I'm going to use this to seal the wax seal. It looks like it's cooled long enough now. Let's see how it looks. Ooh! I have to say, that seal is looking pretty cool. I looked up a video on YouTube on how to fold an old antique letter, and there was an origami design that I really liked. I kind of mixed it in between two different ones that I liked. It was kind of tricky figuring it out, but as soon as you figured it out, it was great. I'm gonna write on our envelope our little acceptance name, address, and stuff. I'm not gonna really put my address, but yeah, let's do that. Now that we got our letter all ready to go, let's just put our little seal right there. All right, she's done. Look at the antiqueness, also the letter. There you have it. This tutorial was super easy. You didn't have much to do and just needed a few household items that you already had. If you don't have the wax beads to be able to do the wax seal, a crayon, and a glue gun stick will work perfectly. I have a link for that in the description below. And yeah, have fun, and may Hogwarts accept you in the wizarding world of witchcraft and witchery. Witchcraft and wizardry. I need to go watch the movies. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see a craft that you would enjoy, please let me know. I would totally love to craft your guys' wonderful ideas.